I'm here at the first ever Fortnite Game Jam event in Los Angeles.
And we're building some of the best maps that you're ever going to see for the Fortnite World Cup this summer.
Oh, you guys won, yeah.
Okay.
So pumped for you to check it out.
Let's do this.
I'm Mac and Makes.
We're Tundru.
Prudith Iscariote.
KK Slider.
Stormhawk.
I'm just very excited to see what we can come up with together.
I'm stuck.
Yes.
The next big thing is to come.
I think when Fortnite finally released creative mode, it was kind of a big eye-opener of that this could be something big, this could be the future of Fortnite.
A lot of my friends back at home don't actually know that I'm doing this, like Fortnite as a living. And I think it's kind of cool to keep that like anonymity to a certain extent and just watch their reaction when they see stuff like this and the things that I'm involved with.
Before Fortnite Creative, I wanted to be an interior designer. Fortnite Creative was just something I picked up, you know what I mean? I didn't see it as an actual job or anything like that. I just saw it as something fun. It became something that could actually translate into work. It's kind of insane.
I graduated high school a couple years early. It felt great, but at the same time, I had no idea what I was going to do afterwards. I picked up Fortnite Creative as a hobby, and it turned into something more. Creating really did change my life and my whole family's life. It feels great to know that I can now give back to them for all the times that they've supported me.
Welcome everybody. We are really excited to have you guys here today. You guys have all earned the biggest admiration, huge admiration for everybody, you know, Epic Games, for what you've managed to deliver with the tools, you know, we've given you today.
The mission of this game jam is to sit down a bunch of friends and have a good time building some maps that others enjoy playing and that we enjoy making.
We all have our different styles. We're actually bringing that all together and building some great content for like the whole community.
You guys are the pioneers of this. We're here to build maps for Creative World Cup. So like really what we want to do is talk through, like have you guys talk through sort of some of the ideas that you're thinking about for your maps.
Imagine this sort of big junkyard wasteland sort of environment.
We also had this like scavenger hunt idea with like 16 players.
So basically, kind of like another parkour sort of like puzzle.
Okay.
I had the idea of one in the quiver kind of game, like one in the chamber, where everyone spawns with a boom bow that has one bullet, and then if they get a kill, they're rewarded with another bullet. I used to be on a swim team. I guess I was pretty fast because one of my coaches at one point had called me Dolphin Dom, and I guess I liked it and I stuck with it, just continued with it.
It's going to be a 3-level race. Level 1 is going to be like KK Slider's Avalanche, except with the new balls. So I did electronic engineering, and after 6 months I realized I did not like it, and right around then Fortnite Creative came out, and I just started focusing a lot of my time into it. After about 3 months I think I got noticed quite a bit, and yeah, now I'm here. It's been great.
We want to use the devices to open secret paths and go with the ball, coloring all the arena. It's amazing, the amount of people working on this and putting their hearts in this, and it's just mind-blowing.
I'm sort of like a perfectionist. I can't start building until I have a solid idea set in place.
Quality over quantity is my thing, and what is going to make you a better artist.
I really have a creative mindset that just brings to the table things that no one's ever seen before.
Okay, so how's it going with turning your dream into
We're sketching it out, making the layout, scaling and stuff. I started playing Fortnite back in May 2018, where some friends introduced it to me. Then again in December they introduced creative mode.
So this year is the parkour bit, right?
Yeah, that's where you spawn. 1 year ago I was sitting in high school and I had no idea I would end up where I'm at now.
To move more faster, can we use the crystals?
Or we can use the speed boost.
La verdad que estaba muy tranquilo en mi casa haciendo los mapas, pensando que no iba en ningún momento a trascender a este nivel, pero ahora mismo estoy muy emocionado con esta aventura. So what I think you'd actually have to do pretty much is block off this
so that eventually the storm will just kill everybody up on the top and just leave the guys who are left down below to fight it out.
That's good, okay.
What we can do is force them to do a slide, and then you have the different levels in which they can get pushed to the side.
So basically, we're gonna make a giant circular junkyard, and then like right in the middle is gonna be like this massive incinerator.
Everyone would get to be a guardian once, but then they'd get to be a prop 3 times.
Yeah.
And being a prop is more fun anyway.
I was kind of nervous at first because I just saw all these faces. I knew those people, but I felt bad for not recognizing them. But as soon as I met them, like, oh my God, this is this guy, this is this guy. We're all like very close together. I feel like we're a family. It's pretty cool.
We have the center, which is outlined by this river.
Okay.
The battlefield's barrier would basically be the skyscrapers and buildings. When I first walked into Game Jam, I thought this is unbelievable. I would have never thought of this being so big, and I'm just so excited to see where this is going.
So what's the primary objective? To get the jetpack, correct?
Exactly. You basically use the jetpacks to build the rocket. We will have 2 of parkour type part.
Okay.
Where you get the jetpacks from.
That's awesome, man.
The basic idea is a capture game mode. We have 4 different teams of 4 players. I was in college. I wasn't really happy with what I was doing. I kind of needed a break. So I was working at a warehouse, packing boxes, day to day. Nothing special and nothing fun. But then I found creative mode and I got hooked, and I've been playing ever since, and I'm really enjoying it. The llama island will be disconnected from the bridge. In order to get to that island, your team has to work together in order to clear the path or maybe activate 3 pads or something that creates a bridge.
The big difference from like me and being here at Game Jam, I usually make all my projects solo, but now like this is like a huge, community we got here, which is a good thing. It's good to like listen to others.
I was looking for a job when creative mode came out, and I saw an opportunity there, and I just started making maps. A lot of people were enjoying it. I gained supporters. I thought to myself, I can really make a living out of this if I spend the hours I need to.
Oh, wow. You just break everything. It's my first time in LA and the USA. I really like it. It's a dream for me, and I love everything. The cars, the buildings, everything is cool. The Americans are so cool. I have been so happy to work here.
Are we gonna do like holes in the sides, or is it gonna be like just like this? I'm not used in taking breaks. I'm always the guy who's gonna work more if needed to get the things done.
I was thinking it was cool to have, if people were running around, there's the view, like when they're inside of it, you can look into the hole. Pretty much whenever I just have like an idea, I'd kind of get on and just start working. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I'm critical on myself. I make sure that I provide something quality. Putting out work for people to enjoy. I love getting feedback and love getting compliments and seeing that my work can make someone happy.
That'd be so funny.
I've always been a very creative person. I used to draw when I was a kid. I've become a graphic designer. It's very useful to me to create maps.
I thought you were making like a monster out of trash. Looked like legs. To me, creative mode is letting other kids have fun based on what you create. And that means a lot when you think about it.
Like my passion for gaming started really young. In elementary school, I used to come home and play it like for hours. My mom would always yell at me to get off. When I first heard about Fortnite, I was actually playing basketball outside with my neighbor. So I actually watched him play the game, and it made me more pumped. I was like downloading it while watching him play.
Good morning, welcome back, day 2. How did last night go for everybody?
Great,
went pretty well. What were you guys able to get done?
A lot.
So what we want to do this morning is actually have each one of you guys run through your maps, where you're at currently. Does somebody want to come up here and represent?
Sure.
The basic map layout is that we have like a circle center, which is accessible by 4 bridges. In the center we are gonna have the 2 jetpacks, which are key to win. Basically collect jetpacks to build your rocket. We have 2 towers for that. The towers are set up as death runs, so you get to the jetpacks by doing the jump run.
When people play or watch the map, I feel really proud of this because it's a lot of work and sometimes I don't sleep because I want to build and finish the map.
So are there any parts of the map that you're concerned about or anything you haven't solved yet?
No.
You're quite happy?
Yep.
All doable?
Yep.
All right, team 2, who wants to represent?
I'll go.
Yeah, now it's all right.
Right now we have Junkyard Juke. So it's this huge junkyard area. It is also a circle map. There's this big incinerator in the middle, which KK has already set up like a filter system. So the point of the map is you turn into a piece of junk. There's like little areas of the junk that you can turn into. The goal is to go into the incinerator without the guards shooting you.
So was it like, you know, like the bolt action sniper or something?
I was thinking we'd do the hand cannon. I feel like the bolt action would be too long. Like you hear someone shoot and then you know that they're bowling back, so it's like your chance to run.
It's a lot different when you're collaborating with others because you have to be a lot more verbal, and it can be a challenge coming from home. You're just used to sitting there and building it, but now you have to really work with everyone else.
All right, team 3.
We're thinking about making like a Battle Royale experience just in creative. So in this center we have like the stadium, the actual World Cup stadium. This is gonna be one giant storm that's closing in. And we will have teams spawning on flying platforms. We're working on a mechanic such that when you're like getting into the stadium, you can't like get out again.
We've got people from like everywhere, loads of different backgrounds from a bunch of different countries. You know, we all have our own experiences and we can bring something unique and different to the table that you wouldn't get usually within like your own isolated world.
For the name, we have Storm the Stadium or something like.
Okay, so the winning condition, just basically...
staying alive as the
last man standing.
Last man standing from the team, whoever.
Yeah.
Team 4.
Team 4, I think that's me,
Yeah?
Our idea is to have a scavenger game mode. There will be a circular center. On the 4 edges of the map, there will be shrines that will have a llama jewel in them. And there will be a different trial to each of these llamas. The win condition is either a time limit, the team that has the most points when the game ends, or that reaches the point threshold first. Differently themed, 4 different biomes. Beautiful looking. We got G Shui working on the details. Pretty much a treasure hunt scavenger game mode. And just now got a good idea for the name. I think we're going with Treasure Trove.
Have you guys considered making each individual llama worth more points increasingly as the match goes on?
Yes, that's a good idea. We were talking about that.
All of us will have different creative visions. Just letting go of your pride and being able to compromise is really important to really let the map shine.
Hey guys, looks like you guys have made some pretty good progress on your map.
Yeah.
You guys ready to give it a play test and ready to get a first shot? So it's gonna be everyone in the circle is actually gonna play test. So we're gonna have me and the rest of the designers come down and sit down, and we're gonna have you guys stand behind us and kind of watch. Cool. Let's get to it, guys.
We all have one job. The map is creating so fast, it looks so cool. And now in like 10 hours, we are close to finish the map.
Let's hit it.
Being the youngest creator here is actually not that big of an issue because everybody respects me like everyone else. No!
I just got blind! No!
Oh!
I think because every one of us, the creators, has his own style and his talents, you can learn a lot of them. I've already learned a lot of Tolmolia and KK Slider that is really good at technical stuff and mechanics in the game.
So that's something that's a little confusing, is that when I got to the top, I didn't realize there wasn't a jetpack up there until I get up there.
Yeah, I jumped up there, I hadn't realised it wasn't.
We thought about adding the arrows to mark the spot where the jet.
It like indicates that there's one up there. I do like the bouncing, how everyone's together, and the close explosives that's pretty fun.
No way they don't.
What? Run. Oh no, it was a quick one.
Just go for it. Yes.
That was a brave stab by the cactus there.
Go, Zach, go. Seeing my game tested for the first time is obviously really exciting. People are starting to get some points now. It's pretty good. Everyone's like 1 point separated.
Yes. Oh, dang it. How did I get that?
Until you see like 16 people playing it at once, you don't really get a good idea of just how balanced it is or what needs changing.
I'm stuck. This isn't fair. Oh, I got it.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, Zach.
Do it.
Oh, what happened?
They sniped you.
From above?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually created my first game when I was 14, and since then I've been doing games, I've been doing mobile games. I didn't care about anybody playing, but I just made stuff.
All right, guys, so we had a great time playtesting Jetpack Capture. So we're gonna start a quick feedback session over what we played. Any feedback you guys have for the Team 1?
I think a little bit of ammo granted on respawn would be all right, because there was tons of times where I respawned with no ammo.
When I got one of the jetpacks once, I don't know if it's just because I don't know the map, but like I didn't know which place I spawned from, so I kind of forgot where to like put it back.
I feel like maybe if you have it open up later in the game, so 3 or 4 minutes in, another capture point opens up.
Has this got a barrier across it? I assume that's bad.
We can place a big text called secret entrance or something like this.
Coming together, everybody from those different countries, is very interesting.
First time it was a little bit hard because all the different languages.
Despite it all, you're still able to create things together. Creative. It's a universal language.
I feel like maybe the capture points for the jetpacks are a little high.
Maybe 2 more spots to get the jetpacks at, so because it's the 4 ways, it's kind of hard to go up to 2. The camaraderie here is amazing. Everybody's so nice. We're all very open to like the development of Fortnite itself, and I'm really glad to be a part of that.
So yeah, I think, overall, excellent, great start, but let's get some more feedback and see what other people thought.
It's too brutal when the shooter can see you. You have no time to react, you have to predict, it's random, you have no idea. So maybe it's part of the game, so I don't know.
I think there's 4 different ones that can be randomly chosen. You have 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 and 4 seconds.
With everybody here, it's more of a mix of really good artistic and decorative people, and it's definitely useful to be collaborating with someone who's more skilled in one aspect than you are.
Some of the taller traps that shoot you really high in the sky actually give you somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah, I think
because you're able to get closer and you can use that momentum to get closer. So maybe reducing the height on those a little bit.
I think there should be like a punishment for hitting the traps, because like every time I hit one of those, I was just holding forward and it was like literally getting me closer to like the exit.
What about
so, like,
this one?
Face them away just a little bit.
Like,
so
like this one?
Yeah.
Does it send you backwards?
Yeah, this one sends you backwards.
Yeah.
We should probably just
Yeah,
turn
that
them
would
all
probably be better. Yeah, or sideways, or just anything that's not forward.
I was going to ask if you guys think that the sniper should have a different weapon or more of a weapon selection.
I think it's the most balanced weapon you could get right now. It's accurate, it shoots not too fast, not too slow.
It's definitely the biggest group that I've collaborated with. I think it can be a little bit difficult at times when you kind of have a different vision, but at the same time, having a different perspective on what you're building gives you a new look on it that you won't be able to see yourself.
I focus a lot on design. When I work, I'm very perfectionistic. I'll spend hours on end perfecting the details. What's important to me is that the end result is something I'm happy with.
When I first met Stormhawk, it was in like the departure lounge. Like we've been friends for years. Like just super nice person, easy to get on with.
Good morning, guys. Dawn of the final day. We've all got 12 hours of FaceTime and in-person collaboration left. So today is going to be very, very critical. We're going to be finalizing some of your maps, polishing it up, doing some final tests, getting the scoring and broadcast done, and let's have fun.
Okay, you guys want to step away from your desks? You can go around and watch everybody else, get an idea for how they play. You'll learn a lot.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
We're probably gonna change the whole mechanic.
The zones, right? They may be too delayed. Maybe we should like bring him in quickly.
Yeah.
Quicker. I think I work well with Marka because I'm bringing in a lot of innovative ideas, like actually putting a game mode to all his skyscrapers. I think that's a really good collaboration we have.
I'd say architecture is definitely one of the main things I focus on when I'm making something. I'm not the best at gameplay or mechanics or anything like that. I just like building things that look nice.
Go to the
spawn.
Go to the respawn. Trabajo muy bien bajo presión porque me ayuda a centrarme mucho. Estoy sacando algo positivo de ello. Por supuesto me quita todos los problemas.
Like how long does it take for the center circle or to get close to blue? 8 minutes?
8 minutes.
Okay. Do you feel like that should be shorter?
I'm feeling kind of nervous because I want to be up to the expectations. I want people to enjoy what we make.
Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's good?
Yeah. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Really excited, kind of nervous, eager to see how this will all turn out. I stayed up till 1 working on our map.
I'm assuming that they're going to be in some sort of puzzly area.
I'm still kind of stressed out, a bit nervous. We're working as best as we can.
Someone do the trap tunnel.
Okay, I can do that probably.
Deciding what you're gonna build, and then you build the whole thing and you follow through with it, you play test it, and you realize it's not exactly how you thought it was gonna turn out. It's a lot of rinse and repeat kind of thing to make it as fun as enjoyable as possible.
Oh, looks like team 1 won.
So is there an arrow for each team in each section?
No, not in each section because there are 3 items they need to collect, but there are
there's
4 biomes.
There's 4 sections.
Yeah,
I see.
You can only see like team 1 arrow items.
We're all ambitious map makers. We all have different ideas, and there are definitely times when we sort of collide, and we sort of have to work it out and come to an agreement.
Only one person maybe each round like got an item. Like it's very confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you'd almost have to watch a trailer of how to do the map before you actually do it. The biggest lesson I've learned for myself is like learning to be more open to like other people's ideas. I had like my skill set coming in, and I had to really adapt like what I liked and thought of like the bigger picture, which is something I really want to work on, and it's like also really helped me.
Okay guys, everyone's had a chance now to play Storm the Stadium. Time to just hear what your feedback is. Do you guys want to start?
First of all, I want to say great building designs. They're really inspiring, like the designs are amazing. The thing I noticed is some devices, like the bounce pads on the walls, they sometimes feel they have no purpose to be there.
When you use a rift, you can be on the top of the barrier and you can shoot everyone and no one can shoot you.
Being here has made me a better creator and a better player just because I've been able to kind of see into the minds of all the other creators who like have been featured in the game, and it's just really cool to be able to like work with all of them.
I don't know, I feel like the point where you respawn and go up at the top, I feel like it doesn't play well.
Everybody's been great so far, doing their jobs, what they're supposed to be doing. Hushin and Iscaria are really good at coming up with the mechanics, and me and Schreider just working on the buildings. We're going to have players actually spawn in the stadium with no weapons. And then there's going to be a center point here where you can get med kits, slurps, or shields. First iteration of the map was definitely not on par with the rest of them, so I knew we had to make some changes. I think this one's going to work even better than the last one.
Like with all of the maps that we're playing, you guys should expect lots of iteration to really make the map good. They're going to be amazing games. So do we want to go ahead and start? Does anybody have some initial feedback?
If you were on a team that didn't have to collect anything from the desert region, you like instantly had an advantage over the other teams.
Maybe also more movement in the forest area.
I really like the center, how everyone starts and then in like the barrier turns off and everyone kind of runs in and then shoots out of this thing.
My biggest problem was I came out and I started running from the objectives, and somebody who was like two or three seconds slower than me just shot me in the back.
The designers for Epic are really wonderful because you can easily share ideas with them. They give us some feedbacks. It's really perfect to work in those conditions.
Just scrapping the weapons completely would completely just solve that. You wouldn't have to worry about someone shooting you from the back.
But have some way of denying other teams, maybe impulse grenades or some sort of way to launch them out of the way.
I like that you can set people back and it might be annoyed to be like killed. So what about adding chiller grenades instead?
It's been really awesome. Watching your process, seeing how fast you guys do stuff is just ridiculous. It's pretty mind-blowing for us.
When I look back at this experience, I see like a beginning of a new thing. This will grow into like a beautiful thing that will incorporate players and creators together.
I was really blown away when I first got here and watched like all your guys' talents, and like I'll be watching you guys grow up, and it's going to be really exciting.
When I look back at this experience, I don't believe it's real. I feel like it was just a dream I had on a really, really long night.
The collaboration, the opportunity to work with each and every one of you, the ideas that you bring up, your imagination, your excitement, your passion for this, it bleeds through.
Obviously we came together, what was about, the Creative Game Jam, and we all look back at this, and think, going forward, this is like the genesis of the Fortnite creative community. And really, I think this is the future of game design going forward. I really do. The game designers of the future.
6 months ago, I would never have thought anything like this would be possible. Being here with everyone, it's the first time. Like new beginnings, I guess. The start of what's to come.